Hello and welcome to the Workplace Benefits channel. In this video we're going to talk about employee-owned payroll deduction life insurance and how it works. My name is Michael and I am president of GLG America, where I try and do the best I can to make sure that if the worst happens to one of your employees or one of their family members and they die today, that you've done everything you can to help them prepare for it. Okay, in today's topic we're going to talk about employee paid payroll deduction life insurance. Now in the last video I talked about group supplemental term life insurance, and I'll put a link to that video up in the corner there so you can have a look at that if you want to. But just to take a step back here, in most employer plans they provide some basic group life insurance just to the employees. The employer owns it, the employer pays for it, and when employment ends then you don't really have it anymore, although it's possible. It could continue after employment, but probably at some age it's going to end and the employee won't have it anymore, even if they can maybe port it out of the employer. Above and beyond that, usually there's a second layer of group term life insurance that's often offered. The employer again owns this amount of life insurance. They control it, but the employee pays for it, and they can maybe cover their family. But again, when they leave employment or at some age, that's probably going to reduce and terminate at some point. Now, a lot of employees take advantage of these programs, but even though they do, many employees want something that they own and that they control, that they can keep even after they leave employment. And so usually there's a third option on top of that, which is called employee-owned, employee-paid life insurance. And this is typically funded with some sort of whole life insurance plan or universal life insurance plan that often has a cash value, not always, but it's designed to last for the employee's whole life, no matter how old the employee gets, as long as the employee pays the premium. Now, the unique characteristic about this plan is it's employee owned, which means that the employee's relationship is direct with the insurance company. And the employer's role in this process is to collect the premiums and forward them on to the insurance company. Now, the employer also has a role of making sure the underwriting requirements are met as far as access and stuff like that. And we'll get into that in a future video. But employees can cover themselves, their spouses, their kids, and often their grandkids. And usually they can cover their family without a requirement that they have to cover themselves, like in the group supplemental group term life insurance. An employee, if they want to cover their family, often has to cover themselves to cover their family. That's not always the case with these employee-paid programs that are individually owned. So employees, especially if they have medical problems, there's a segment of your population that they want something that they can always keep, whether they work for the employer or not. And if you have a medical problem or something and you know that when you leave employment, you don't have anything, you can't qualify for anything, of course you're going to want something that you can always hang on to. So basically that's how the employee paid kind of an overview works. The real question there is it funded by whole life insurance or some sort of universal life insurance plan? And I plan on covering that in the next video to kind of give you my thoughts on exactly which type of plan you should use to fund that particular program. So again, my name is Michael. I'm with GLG America, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, I encourage you to subscribe and maybe like the video if you like it. And in the meantime, if you need anything, be sure and get in touch with me. My main goal is just to make sure that if the worst happens and one of your employees or one of their family members dies today, that you've done everything you can, to help them prepare for it.